Okay, you ready?
I guess. Where's the little 1, 2, 3 in the bottom that tells us?
This is a new program. It's already recording.
Oh, crap. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Mike and Kim coming to you live from New Mexico. Yes, we actually had to update a few things. We when we did that video with Dick Blab on hacking our computer, we showed our old monitor, and somebody said, "My God, how old's that monitor?" Well, you know what? Within a week, that damn thing died.
Thanks a lot, guys. You put a curse on it.
It died, so we had to get a new monitor, and of course, we get a new program and everything else with it. So
yes, and I finally got a new updated CyberLink program to edit videos, and I can actually record videos through that and do all the settings and stuff. So this is great. We're coming into the 21st century.
It's about time these old farts get with the program, huh?
Yeah, I know. So yes, we're still sick, but we're still well enough to
hell yeah.
come to you
live and in living color, right?
Yes. And the first thing we want to do is, yes, we have another child, another little brother giving a talk. So let's play the clip, Mikey, and then I got a message for the parents.
Now, if a man lies down with a woman and he has intercourse with her and she is a servant who is designated for another man, but she has not been redeemed or given her freedom, there should be a punishment. However, they should not be put to death, for she was not yet set free.
Okay. Now, I know parents, from one parent to another, in fact, we're old enough to be grandparents now.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's adorable. You know, you guys really work hard with these little kids to get them to do their talks. This is where we have the problem. Jehovah's Witnesses, if you're not going to censor what material your kids are giving a talk about, which may be questionable, don't put it on YouTube.
Well, you know, part of the problem is that maybe a school teacher will happen to see this, and they might take offense to it. I got to guess the kid's probably maybe 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
That might be pushing it a lot, I think. Yeah. But, you know, can you imagine when this young man goes to school and one of his school friends happens to hit his talk on YouTube, and then he's talking about intercourse and all this kind of stuff? What do you think the teacher's going to do? You know, what do you think the psychologists of this world are beginning to think when a little young Jehovah's Witness is giving a Bible reading that has such an adult subject, such an adult theme? You know, we've done another video regarding, I think, a 3-year-old, if I remember right.
Something like that, yeah.
You know, I was ministerial servant, and I helped the school overseer. I was the guy that actually assigned all the talks for the school overseer. And I was told, I'm going to repeat, check the material first to make sure that there's not a young person doing something that's inappropriate. Well, it appears that whatever congregation this is in, they don't have somebody checking the material to see whether it's appropriate for this young person to be given a Bible reading.
Or even the parents going to the school overseer and saying, hey,
I
don't think, this is appropriate for my kid's first talk.
Speak up, Jehovah's Witnesses, because, well, heaven forbid, you're already doing it. You're uploading these to YouTube, and then people like Kim and I, apostates, are finding it, and we're going to use it in a way to hopefully embarrass you to the point to where you'll think twice about this stuff. Because, my goodness, this little kid's going to potentially get beat up on the schoolyard for doing such a thing. Well, my goodness.
If nothing else, like you mentioned, the child psychologist. Put yourself in, I know Jehovah's Witnesses, the way you think and feel is like, oh, well, this is in the Bible, so it's okay. Yeah. Really. Because how does the child psychologist, school counselors, whatever, whoever sees this, who is out in the world, they see this and it's like, oh my God, you know, how inappropriate is this?
Well, here's the hypocrisy. They'll let little Johnny sit there and with their PlayStation or Xbox 3 or whatever they're playing. And I don't care how cute or innocent the cartoon might look. There's a level of violence with them. Even Mario's, for crying out loud. Beating up the Goombas. Well, I'm dating myself, ain't I? But the point being is that a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses think that even those innocent video games are just that innocent. Or no, not so innocent. Excuse me. They'll think they're not so innocent and they won't allow their children to play them games. But yet they allow them to get up on a stage in front of 80, 90 people and read scriptural text that has to do with fornication, adultery, intercourse.
Laying down with someone.
And yeah, my goodness. They just don't stop and think whatsoever.
Now, as a kid, you're reading this. You're going to ask your parents, you know, what this means.
And you know darn well, parents, that the word intercourse can also have to do with communicating. But in Scripture, it's got nothing to do with communicating.
Yeah. So, you know, how does this look as subject matter, especially when this organization is getting such a bad reputation for their child abuse and their problem with pornography? I mean, gee, do you think Hayden here is going to be, you know, looking at porn now when he's about 10, 11, 12 years old? Because of having this early education?
Well, that's exactly right. This is where the mind is the most impressionable. So I almost just about bet that if this mom and dad do not curtail this right away, that by the time he's 10 or 11, he's going to be already visiting porn sites.
Yeah, you know, and I know this is just our personal opinion of what's going to happen to this kid, but the message is that we're trying to get through is Jehovah's Witnesses. Yeah, it's cute, it's adorable, and all of that.
YouTube is not.
But if it's not appropriate material for a small child, then don't upload it to YouTube. You know.
Exactly.
Or ask your school overseer to give them something else if you want to load this up to YouTube. You know, as their first talk. Or something like that. But
so do we actually have a case here where parents not taking adult supervision over their child?
That's what I think it is.
Is this actually a case of where the parent is allowing the school overseer to train and raise their own children? Because when a parent doesn't speak up to a school overseer and say, hey, this is not appropriate, then you're allowing that school overseer to influence your child.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
Do you really want the elders raising your kids and telling them what's appropriate and what isn't? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't give them that much power. All right, something else we want to bring up is we've got a letter here from headquarters. And I'm not going to read this because it's just the usual, oh, we're so blessed that we now have a new invitation to hand out in service for Bible studies. And what I thought was interesting is right here, guess what? Yep, right here at the bottom, I was running out of ink, but this right down here at the bottom is a big blue stripe with jw.org, and it's got the little code thing, so that all they have to do is just, you know, take their phone and scan it, and they can go right to jw.org. So
okay,
and you can find a key hole near you.
You are invited to study the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses, and they quote
Run.
Guide 3. Happy are those conscious of the spiritual need.
Run.
At our public meetings. Why attend these programs? To learn how the Bible relates to our times. How to learn how to apply its teachings in our life. To strengthen our faith in God. To enjoy upbuilding association with loving, caring people.
To be shunned by your friends and family.
To be shunned by your friends and family if you decide, 20 years later this is all bullshit. Yeah. Well, this is how to strengthen your faith in God.
Yeah. What I find interesting is look right there at the trademark. Copyright 24. Watchtower Bible Tract Society of Pennsylvania.
Exactly. Not New York, but Pennsylvania. Oh, well, maybe one of these days when I get nothing better to do, I'll go through and pick this out and show people of the world why you don't want to get involved with Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yep, that's what we're here to do.
Yep, exactly.
So shout out to everybody. Keep up your great work, and your activism. And Julian, thank you.
Yeah,
Love
Julian,
the video.
thank you.
Made us
kind
cry.
of embarrassed us a little bit.
Made us cry. Made me cry and blushing.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to be talking about the night out at the Tomahawk Block when the beans started exploding, buddy.
No, he has more class than that.
But I don't.
Yeah, we know.
I don't have any shame.
No. So
I lived 42 years of my life as a JW. That's shame enough.
Wow.
But thank you, Julian. I love you guys, your family, from the bottom of our hearts. And, if we can ever get up to Washington Way some way, we know we're going to be visiting. And you never know. One of these days, I might find a rendezvous up there.
Yep. Shout out to Tony, too. Miss you, dude.
Yep.
Miss you a lot. Love you.
JW Fairy Tale, you're in our thoughts all the time, buddy.
Yep. And
You
our
truly
kids. And Shyla, I've heard a rumor that she might come out of retirement and do another video.
Oh, I have it on good authority that she's writing an article for Watchtower.exposed.
Yeah.
Huh. I just got to get that polished.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
you all have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching.
We're going to go back to our sick couch and
yeah. Watch some more TV.
Yeah. Take a nap and some aspirin. We need some of that sniffling.
Nighttime snuffing, yeah. So
you can sleep medicine?
So say goodnight, Mike.
Good night, Mike.